Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 BMW X5 xDrive35i. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The side mirrors are currently folded out. If you press and hold on the lock button, you're able to fold the side mirrors in automatically, and upon unlocking the car, the side mirrors automatically folds out again. Also, if you press and hold on the unlock button, you're able to roll down all 4 windows in the car simultaneously, and to roll all of them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. The F15 xDrive35i variant in Malaysia does come standard with BMW's Comfort Access Smart Keyless Entry and Start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. To lock the car, press the ribbed area on any of the 4 door handles. Long press the ribbed area to fold the side mirrors in. And to unlock the car, just wait a moment and tap the area again behind any of the 4 door handles. Along with that smart keyless entry is a push button start system. So to start the X5, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The steering system on the F15 X5 consists of a rack and pinion setup with electric power assistance. The xDrive35i gets a sports leather steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2. The sole transmission option for the xDrive35i in Malaysia is an 8-speed Sport Automatic. This transmission comes with a Sport mode and Steptronic manual shifting. Steptronic is selected either by the gear lever or by the pedal shifters behind the top 2 steering wheel spokes. A 360-degree camera system along with front and rear parking sensors are standard items. The camera system features active guidance signs, and to the left of the display, one can adjust the brightness and contrast, turn off or on the guidance signs and obstacle markings, and view only the reverse camera. The group of buttons to the right of the gear lever performs various functions. The topmost button, press it once, and it activates the dynamic traction control system. Press it longer, and it deactivates the dynamic stability control system. Below it is the driving experience control driving mode switch. 4 modes can be chosen. Comfort is a default setting upon startup. Sport enhances the dynamic driving experience. Sport Plus builds on Sport and provides an even more dynamic driving experience, but this time with limited driving aids. And lastly, Eco Pro is for those who wish to be more fuel efficient. Next up is the parking sensors and 360-degree camera button, followed by the front view camera button, and right at the bottom is the hill descent control button. For safety, the X5 is equipped with 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, dynamic stability control, dynamic traction control, dynamic brake lights, cornering brake control, hill descent control, a tire pressure monitoring system, and mobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer 2 middle row seats. Fitted to the xDrive35i variant are 19-inch star spoke style 449 light alloy rims. This X5 uses Continental Conti Sport Contact 3 SSR 25550 R19 run flat tyres. Ventilated disc brakes are present at all 4 sides, and the suspension is made up of double wishbones and a multi-link setup, front and back respectively. Another feature of the xDrive35i is Adaptive Comfort Suspension Package, which gives the X5 self-leveling rear air suspension. BMW owned Land Rover for a short period of time in the 90s. During that period, BMW took the chance and developed their first ever crossover SUV using the technological know-how from Land Rover. The end result is the first ever BMW X5, which was released in 1999 and codenamed E53. In the 20 years since then, 3 other X5 generations have been sold: the E70 between 2006 and 2013, the F15 between 2013 and 2018, and the G05 since 2018. The X5 in the video is the F15, and was launched at the 2013 Frankfurt Motor Show to replace the E70. Owing to a short production run of just under 5 years, the F15 was never offered with a facelift as it was directly replaced by the G05. The F15 X5 is also the first X5 to have the option of having rear-wheel drive on certain engines, badged as xDrive, instead of the standard all-wheel drive. Apart from the regular petrol and diesel engines, sitting at the top of the petrol range is the F85 X5M, while the diesel range tops off at the M50D. BMW's N55 B30 powers the xDrive35i. This engine is a 3-litre, dual overhead cams, 24 valves, turbocharged inline-6 petrol unit with Valvetronic variable valve lift, double Vanos variable valve timing, and high-precision direct injection. It produces 302 horsepower at 5800 to 6000 rpm and 400 Nm of torque at 1200 to 5000 rpm. It goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.5 seconds, on to a top speed of 235 km per hour. With an 85-litre petrol tank, combined fuel consumption for the X5 xDrive35i Sport Automatic is 8.5 litres per 100 km. Carbon dioxide emissions is 197 grams per kilometer, and xDrive means that this X5 is an all-wheel drive vehicle. Exterior features of the X5 xDrive35i include automatic auto-leveling adaptive LED reflector headlights, automatic high beams, automatic wipers, cornering lights, LED daytime running lights, LED indicators for the front, sides and rear, LED front and rear fog lights, LED rear lights, LED rear number plate lights, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, aluminium running boards, BMW individual satin aluminium exterior trim, satin aluminium roof rails, the Design Pure Experience exterior package, chrome kidney grille surrounds, and dual exhaust pipes. Central locking, speakers right there and right there. This button operates the power rear hatch, mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions. Window lock, and below, storage together with a bottle holder. Interior brightness adjustment, storage, BMW door sills, and the driver's seat in this X5 xDrive35i does get full powered adjustments, with all of your controls located right down there together with the 2-person memory settings. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. quad zone automatic climate control system. These are your front controls, and there are a separate set of controls for the rear. But back to the front controls. Fan, speed, temperature, automatic and different modes for the driver, and the same set of controls for the front passenger. Sync means if you have it turned on, the driver's side will control all of the controllable options, but if you turn it off, each side will have their individual controls. Front and rear defrost, maximum air conditioning, and recirculation. Below, seat track, eject, CD player, mode, your 8 customizable buttons. You can program these 8 buttons to store, say, your favorite navigation address, your favorite contact, favorite radio station, so on and so forth. Volume and power, and FM AM. Below, cup holders, together with an ashtray or storage and a power outlet or a cigarette lighter, depending on what you use it for. A bit of storage right here. And right here is the X5's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. There is an auto hold function for the parking brake, whereby, say you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or traffic jam, the car is in drive, you lift your foot off the brake. With the auto hold function activated, the car won't actually move forward or roll back. To the right of the start-stop engine button is the button to activate or deactivate your automatic stop-start feature. If you do have the feature activated, the engine will momentarily shut off again when you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol that the car uses. The X5 xDrive35i comes with the navigation system professional head unit with a 10.25-inch infotainment display, various media connectivity options, navigation, and a 9-speaker hi-fi loudspeaker system. The sound system that this X5 has is actually quite good. The display right above is controlled using your set of controls located down the center console. Just ahead of the knob, media, radio, menu, telephone and navigation shortcut buttons. Behind the knob, back and option buttons. And the knob goes up, down, left, right, scrolls to left, scrolls to right and clicks down for enter. On top of the knob is a touchpad where you can input, say, letters and numbers into the navigation system, search function, so on and so forth. So let's start with the menu that's right on top, and that is multimedia. Right here you can select your various media options, CD, DVD, music collection, external devices, and adjust the sound. Under sound, you can adjust the bass treble, balance and fader, volume settings, and reset the sound settings back to default. Under external devices, USB, Bluetooth audio streaming, auxiliary, and you can set the wireless device connections via the menu below. Right here, since we are playing music from the USB, it is the current song playing information. Artist, album, song number, song title, and song duration. To the left, you can look at the currently playing music, search for music, playlists, more media, import new music, and below you can go back a song or go forward a song. If we click the knob to the right, you can bring up your split screen options, turn off the split screen, turn off the display, show the external devices on the owner's handbook, activate random and Bluetooth, and bring up the Bluetooth information. Next up, radio, where you can access your FM AM menus. Under telephone, you can look at your active calls, phone book, read out the last number, list of received calls, dial the number, and look at the Bluetooth devices. Navigation, map, save trips, look at the address book, points of interest, recent destinations, and destination input. To the left, you can look at your guidance information, spoken instructions, route options, points of interest, enter the interactive map. You can also change the map views to the left and bring up additional information. Office, connected drive, vehicle information, vehicle status, sport displays, xDrive status, trip and onboard computers, and right above, quick reference, picture search and owner's handbook. And lastly, settings with your various connection settings, sound, speed, climate, lights, tailgate. You can even perform a software update and change the profiles right here. You can also set the time and date, language units, and all that. Heads-up display, central locking, as shown earlier, power folding side mirrors, volume controls, different modes, C track, Bluetooth telephone control, and voice control. Speed limiter and cruise control to the left. Indicator controls. This button goes through the multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Previously range, now compass, average fuel consumption, instant fuel consumption, average speed, date, display off, and back to the range. The button below is for the automatic high beams. Wiper controls. And right down here is the control for the fully powered tilt and telescopic steering wheel. Front center armrest with storage below. The USB and auxiliary ports are right in here as well. Auto dimming rear view mirror, sunglass holder, LED reading lights and interior light, sun visor for the driver's side gets a vanity mirror and a couple of LED lights, and the driver also gets a grip handle. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. Speaker, window control, bottle holder, storage, and there are sunshades for the rear windows. To gain access to the last row of seats, pull this lever, then move the whole seat forward. I do get no room to stretch out my feet underneath the middle row seats. No headroom as well. I have to bend my head down to fit back here. and obviously no legroom as well. Just for reference, I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. However, you get aircon vents back here. You can activate the fan, cup holders or storage. Now you can adjust the position of the middle row seats by pulling the lever down here. You can adjust the angle of the seat back by using either this lever or this lever, and you can use the same two levers to flip the seat backs down. While the last row of seats split 50-50, the middle row seats flip 40-20-40. To fold down only the middle seat, pull this lever. Okay, so I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. As mentioned earlier, I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is a tiny bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. Get about this much in terms of leg room, and about this much in terms of headroom. You get storage pockets on the front seat backs, rear aircon vents in the middle, and on the B pillars. In the middle as well, you get your rear climate control system, right side temperature, left side temperature, automatic, different modes, fan speed, maximum air conditioning, and below, storage together with a couple of power outlets. Rear center armrest with cup holders. And right above, for both sides at the back, are grip handles, hooks, and lights. The boot lid on this X5 is a two-piece unit, so you do have the power rear hatch which you can operate three ways, and the split tailgate which you drop down via a lever on the tailgate itself. Boot space in the X5 is 274 litres with all the rear seats up, 650 litres with the third row seats folded, and 1870 litres with all the rear seats folded. The third row seats are folded down using the levers on the third row seat backs. On both sides of the boot are hooks and storage areas, and to the right is a power outlet. Under the boot floor is storage and the vehicle's toolkit. Adjustable headrests for all rows of seats in this car. Speakers, central locking, window control, storage areas, bottle holder, and the front passenger seat in this X5 does get full powered adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as the driver's side, just that this side loses out on the memory settings. Lockable glove box. It is of a nice size. It is illuminated as well. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a couple of LED lights as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 BMW X5 xDrive35i. Thanks for watching and goodbye.